Well, everybody, this is it. It's time for the top 16 of the April 2021 Chalislime Monthly. I'm your host, MBT Yu-Gi-Oh!, and I am joined by a second individual. I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Blade Yu-Gi-Oh! How are you doing here today?
I am doing exceptional.
That's fantastic to hear. I'm glad that you're awake, that you are conscious for this one. I'm glad that
Yeah,
I'll be able to skip large portions of commentary as you fill in the gaps. Big fan.
of course. Of
Uh,
course, the usual. All the way back to the quarantine series
mm,
days. My
mm, mm,
goodness.
mm, mm. Oh God! And of course now, COVID was defeated, and as a result, we don't have to be quarantined anymore. But
Pog
I
champ.
I am very happy that I get to cast with you once again, and what a diverse
Whoa.
top 16. We've got some terrible, terrible decks in here. I'm talking about 3 Altergeist in the top cut, one of which we're going to be watching. I'm talking about the undefeated Orcust Eldlich match we are going to go to momentarily, and I'm talking about a bunch of stuff like Sidra, Invoked, Shadow Dogmatica, Dragon Link, all the decks we've come to know, love, and loathe over the past 2.5 years.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear three altar guys.
Listen,
Anyways,
they're
yes,
not
this
making
is
it out of
quite
this top 16.
fair. Man, I'm excited for this quite diverse non-alter guys like top 16. I'm just saying. Uh I mean, hey, Orcus Eldlich went undefeated in Swiss. I actually think that deck's really cool.
The
But
deck, it,
pretty
it
interesting
looks
stuff.
cracked, and it's what we're going to be watching for our
Yeah.
first game. Shrug on
Oh
Orcust
snap.
Eldlich went 7-0, beating pretty much everyone in the tournament. And it wasn't like they sacked into some easy players. They were playing killers all day, beating Burrito Man 93 in the undefeated round of Swiss. This list is
Damn.
unbelievable. I have it in front of me here, and
Hmm.
it's playing just a bunch of nonsense, including 3 copies of Crescendo.
Dang. I think I've seen this deck like once or twice recently, but man, this deck is so cool. The ability to just, unlike any other Orcus variant before, just abuse Crescendo at its peak and maximum because, it's a spell and trap with a grave effect. It's just really cool to see. So,
And I think we're
I,
about
I
to see it. Here we go. Foolish Burial Goods sending a Crescendo. People were doing this as soon as Crescendo was released to get like the Barrel Dragon Desperado. Nice to see it being used for Gearsu, an unbelievably
oh,
powerful card.
golly, what a powerhouse Gearsu is. I mean, honestly, we've seen this card in a few different decks over time. We've seen it in Orcust, obviously, Mech Knight, Generator, but we're seeing it in its home today. And the ability that Gearsu has to be searched off Crescendo is absolutely awesome.
Oh yeah, Gearsu I have long said is the best card that is seeing zero play. It does so absolutely much, and it accomplishes nothing in any of the decks that you just named. Orcust is too bricky, Generator has too low of a ceiling, but Eldlich is a deck that's independently good. So I'm really hoping
Yeah.
that this is going to be good enough, and setting the second copy of Crescendo plus 3 additional trap cards looks like kind of lights out against a majority of the metagame.
Yeah, no, this is really tough for a lot of decks. I think one interesting thing to point out is Dragon Link has a good. Oh, but we're gonna see an Eldritch mirror, so
Oh
maybe this
no.
will be a little.
Do I have
Hmm.
the wrong list, or are they playing? Oh no, give me a sec.
Oh, okay. Well,
Tell me
well,
this isn't
you're.
an innovation.
Oh no, wait. Is this
Oh no,
Eldritch Altergeist?
it is not. I have the absolute wrong deck for this. Folks, I'm so glad to reveal to you they are not playing Altergeist. They are playing Live Twin Eldritch.
Crab Rave. Holy smokes.
So first of all,
Oh.
fantastic news that they made it into Top Cut. This list has obviously been around, but is kind of the third or fourth best Eldlich variant. Great to see it actually putting up results. And fantastic to see that we will have an Eldlich mirror that's not going to come down to just resolving Sanguine and Conquistador over and over. The strength of the Orcust half of this deck and the strength of the Live Twin half of this deck is unmatched. And I'm so excited to see which
Yeah.
one comes out on top.
Oh, we're about to see the power of the different normal summons of each Eldlich variant and see
Yeah.
which one truly is the best.
So what is it going to be Girsu, which sets you a very powerful counter trap and ends on Galate? Or is it going to be the VTuber, which gets you 500 subscribers immediately? Chat, you're seriously going to see VTubers on screen and not drop a subscription to twitch.tv/MBTYuGio right now? That's just upsetting.
You know, it's absolutely cruel, chat. I spit on you. No, but anyway, so we're gonna see the live twin, or I guess it's evil twin link monster come down.
Whoa, and this is about as high as the plays get in terms of ceiling. It's going to be Evil Twin Lila, immediately followed up with a Parallel Exceed. Going to be responded to with a Conquistador. This is extremely good, but chaining the Lila to destroy the Conquistador, I believe? No, to summon a Kiss-a-Kill from the graveyard. So what's going to end up happening is the Kiss-a-Kill is going to make it onto the field, but the Parallel Exceed won't because it has to be summoned at a link point.
Oh, and what a great play by Shrug here, just showing off why he went undefeated in Swiss. The fact that he realized that, oh, Parallel Exceed has to be summoned to a Link Arrow means getting this Leela off board is absolutely crucial here.
Now, of course, they also will have to have, oh my god, the Hakero as well, and the Scarlet Sanguine. If they Ash the Sanguine, of course, the game ends now, but they never have it.
Yeah.
The Hakero will banish the Kiss-a-Kill, which will prevent the Leela from resolving, and then we'll be able to pop the Leela as well. Wow, Shrug had everything. Counter Trap and both good Golden Land spell traps. Unbelievable.
Golly, that was a huge turn of events. I think what's interesting as well, I mean, I don't think it's even going to matter, but Shrug did summon Golden Lord to the Galatea era, now making
Yep.
it indestructible in battle.
All right, so we're going for Eldlich here. Eldlich, of course, much better going second in terms of being able to remove cards. Galatea can still be destroyed by card effects, so still fine. We'll activate Golden Lord's effect in graveyard, sending the Cursed Eldland on field. We'll put it in the hand and then send to the graveyard, I imagine, a Conquistador. But this is just a position you don't ever really want to be in versus Eldlich. Like, think about the way in which Orcust works. They're going to be able to banish their copy of Crescendo, get another Girsu, pop off again, and because they have been just slightly ahead the entire time on advantage, they have kept their copy of Cursed Eldland. That's going to translate into more Golden Land spell traps and probably the end of the game.
Now I take
100%. And I think it's interesting that you mentioned that because like you're saying, these little incremental edges are exactly what can win you these types of Eldlich mirrors. Just having even a slight form of advantage over the opponent is going to be very relevant.
The Eldlich deck is so non-explosive. It's so just consistent and grindy that when you find yourself in these Eldlich mirrors, often the determinative factor is what your secondary engine is. If it's Zodiac, if it's the Magical Dragon Rocket stuff, if it's Shadows, if it's apparently Girsu or Evil Twin. And we're just getting to see the pair of them face off right now. Very cool.
Yeah, 100%. This is a really interesting mirror match to witness, and 100%. Like, I think one thing that's making Shrug a little advantage here is the Orcust engine in the Eldlich mirror seems a lot better than the Live Twin because you have that Crescendo follow up.
Yeah, and Crescendo, I mean, it is much more than just a counter trap that negates an activation or effect. It also banishes the card that you negate. So obviously turn 1 we saw it activated on something inconsequential, but on subsequent turns you can get those Eldliches out of the deck, and no Eldlich deck is playing more than 2 copies of the boy.
True. Yeah, no, Crescendo is a powerhouse with that banish removal. It wasn't as relevant in the past, I would say, like when in 2019, since it wasn't like the focal point of these Orcust variants. But now
Mhm.
that it is a focal point of Orcust, it's just absolutely absurd.
And as we've seen
Um,
Orcust kind of become this unbelievable 99 step, extremely interruptible combo deck that loses to every turn ending hand trap in the world, Nibiru, Lancia. We've seen it just fall off the face of the map, but I do like that this deck is kind of rethinking it and being like, what made Orcust good originally? Well, it was a really powerful resource loop backed up with a couple of control tools. And adding
yeah.
modern control tools to that is going to net you success.
100%, yeah. And it just goes to show when your deck building, it's really important when you're looking at even an older archetype like Orcus. How do we use what's
Whoa.
currently good to our advantage? Oh, snap.
So
Oh,
Torrential Tribute, of course, not particularly good against the
yeah.
Eldlich deck, especially turns 2 and 3 when all you're going to be hitting is other Eldliches. But a great way to cycle with that Nightmare Phoenix, and maybe we can push through with an access code talker. That would be a sick way to end this game really quickly.
100%. Yeah. I'm intrigued to see where he takes this from here. Maybe he does go access code. Maybe he's just thinking to go unicorn
Yep.
and shuffle back that Golden Lord into deck.
Either way, just really strong. And both players, of course, have access to pretty much the entirety of the Eldlich loop, but getting there is going to be an event.
Yeah. So we're gonna see unicorn come
Ooh,
down.
yikes. We drew both Eldliches. That's not fantastic
Ooh,
news.
yeah. At the very least, he's gonna be able to cycle it out of hand with that unicorn, but that's definitely not optimal. Um,
Going for
so we're gonna
Nightmare here.
see, yeah, we're gonna see Nightmare buff unicorn by assumably 800, maybe 300 if he's sending symbol.
This is
Um,
kind of crusty. You can't activate the Crescendo to get another Gearsu and pop off because once you Crescendo, you are locked into Dark Machines. So it's got to be kind of
ooh.
the last thing you do, going through the normal Orchest resource loop first and getting back the Gearsu the hard way via Skeleton.
Huh. Yeah, no, that's a good point. The fact that Crescendo locks you into dark machines can make it difficult to resolve, especially when you have your Eldlich resources flowing. But I guess if you have your Lich resources flowing, you're probably in a good position anyways.
I summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon in
Um,
attack mode.
so we're gonna
Now I take all your life points.
Distant Coder, thank you for the enormous sub. 707 viewers. I hope you all had a great time watching LCS and we'll come back tomorrow to Coder's stream to see the
I
conclusion
summon
of
the
that.
Blue Eyes White Dragon in attack
Oh
mode.
But
snap, that was a
Now I
big raid.
take all your life points.
in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the top 16 of the monthly Chalislime tournament. If you're unfamiliar with this, it is a free tournament I host every month on Edo Pro with prizing. It features commentary from myself from rounds 3 through 7 and then top 16. Right now, we have just entered Top Cut with co-commentator Blade Yu-Gi-Oh! And we are commentating over an undefeated Orcust Eldlich deck playing against a live twin variant of it, which had been defeated.
Yeah. No, it's been quite a game so far, just seeing the power of the two different engines.
Wow, and this
In
is
act.
lethal.
Oh,
Congratulations, we made it through. Access code plus the Orca symbol skeleton will be enough, and Shrug is 1 game away from winning another in a 7-game-long streak of undefeated matches. What a crazy player.
Holy smokes. I mean, like, I'm just blown away by the fact that an Eldlich deck was able to make access code turn 2.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes.
And I mean, this is the one that could do it, if anything is.
100%.
The Orcust line just gets you so much material.
Yeah, no, 100%. This has been quite a demonstration on Shrug's part, just as to the power of this deck. My goodness.
Hey, let's see if we have any other results in yet. We do not. The other matches I really have my eye on are, of course, the Geist matches. I just want to see if they will please get out of the tournament. Malleus's 2-card extra deck Drytron is looking extremely tasty, and I hope we get to see that in top 8. And, of course, the one Gren Maju player who snuck in is pretty much fighting for their life every single match, and I hope that they will get to convert.
Here's my question. I don't know if I heard it right, but is there a Time Thief deck in Top Cut?
There is a Time Thief deck in Top Cut. It is out of this world. I guess I would call it
Holy.
Time Thief, Raid Raptor, Phantom Knight, but it's like a dark combo deck that abuses the Phantom Knight rank up spells and some really powerful rums and rum related monsters. It's really interesting.
Oh, I hope they do well. But I guess in the meantime, we're gonna see Gearsu get Gamma'd, and that's really strong here.
Ah, that's rough. Unfortunately, you do get to flex the extremely flexible Foolish Burial Goods here, sending not the Orchestra Crescendo that we usually use to send Gearsu, but the Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine to get interaction for your opponent's turn. They're going to go for the Gamma, and Gamma usually pretty dang bad against Eldlich, really coming up here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna see. I think Goods is really fascinating because at the very beginning of Eldlich's like reign, you'd see Goods potentially be in some lists, but then later on they just opt out of Goods because it wasn't necessary when you could just use a Conquistador to get access to your engine. But flexing it for both the access of Eldlich and Orcus makes it way better in this deck than others.
Chainsocks, I'll comment on this one time since we have a lot of Coder viewers who probably don't know, but nope, no connection. We actually sent them a letter asking if we were part of the family, and they sent us a postcard that said, "Do not ever contact us again." The pricing from this is almost exclusively paid for by my Patreons, which you can join the ranks of by typing !socials. Gets you free entry to these events in advance, because otherwise they fill up quick.
Damn. Feels bad, man.
Speaking of feels bad, man, check out this. What a rough turn. I don't know about hitting the Scarlet Sanguine here, or hitting the Unknown here. Hitting the Conquistador takes it out of commission for the entire turn, and there's a massive punish if this set card is exactly Scarlet Sanguine.
Yeah, and we can make the read too that it is Scarlet since he used Goods to.
Yeah. One of them is Scarlet at minimum. It looks like it's going to be...
opting...
Whoa! Even worse.
Oh my god.
Wait, this is so funny. We're going to Ice Dragon's Prison the Eldlich to our side of the field. We can't banish it because there's not a zombie on our opponent's side of the field, but we get to actually resolve the effect of Conquistador. This is so sick.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before in Eldlich has been around for a year and I never seen that before.
Stupid.
Holy smokes.
I don't even know if
That
it's
is
optimal.
hilarious.
It seems like you could have waited on the Conquistador at minimum, but we are going to go ahead and pop that Ecclesia. Extremely big brain.
Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, I don't know if Conk was necessary there, but definitely. Oh my god, dude.
Wow, I can't believe this is actually getting value. Coda is boarding into a bunch of stuff I would not have expected to see. Like Kaiju's against the Eldlich Orcus deck that puts up just a resource loop of monsters you can summon over and over again. But it's paying off in this exact scenario.
Oh my god. I don't know what... It's interesting.
It's weird, right?
It's so weird. I mean, props to him for playing the Wind Kaiju, expecting, I guess, a ton of bird up today, but gosh darn.
For what it's worth, the third most represented deck in Swiss was bird up.
Oh my god.
I have no idea why. None of them converted.
Oh no. Oh, that's so funny though. Oh, but yeah, I mean, hey, the Kaiju makes sense in this matchup. You just Kaiju Galatea, and then it turns off the crescendo, I guess.
Oh, that's actually pretty sick. That's smart as heck. Wow.
Gosh darn, that is so funny though. Holy smokes.
All right, so obviously the pendulum has swung back into Coda's favor, and they are extremely ahead. It's going to take a lot to bring this back if you're Shrug. Most of your lines start with resolving Gearsu, which seems pretty difficult to do from this position.
Yeah, it seems like even if like I guess if he normal summons Gearsu, he can send Symbol, and then if Symbol gets or if his Gearsu gets destroyed, he can still revive and make a Galatea.
Mm,
But this is still rough.
We have to
Even
do
like
this
we know there's
through. We can expect like
Conquest.
Conk Hawk. Yeah, we know Hawk for at least.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, oh, and that's a Scarlet. So that's not the worst, but it's definitely not what you want to see in this moment,
Yeah.
considering there's like 4 back row.
When the Eldlich player starts searching Hawk in the Eldlich mirror, it is just catastrophic, and it's so
Yeah.
hard to play around. You know, like what do you do here? You can link off the Lich, set a card, go for the Lich effect, and eat the Hawk, or you
Yeah.
can switch the Lich to attack. You have to have a way to remove the Lich that isn't destruction, and then hope the set Sanguine doesn't resolve. It's just a lot of ifs. Normal
I
Gearsu
feel
is a
like
great way to
oh,
get the Gearsu going, but at maximum, all this is
oh
going to
yeah.
do is fetch out the Hawk really early, and at minimum, it's just going to eat a punishment.
Oh, oh, that punishment was so good there. I gotta be honest. I don't think Shrug can come back after that.
Entis to
Um,
pop the Lich as well. You can pop the Lich
ooh,
with the Entis. You can banish the Lich when they go to uh, resolve the effect. This is a hard one because you have to play your Hawk very well.
yeah. I feel like if I were Shrug, I would prioritize the Hawk on the Orcus cards. But even then,
This is a
um,
really early Hawk.
oh, is he gonna banish Orcus Nightmare or is he banishing? Wait, let's see here.
It's got to be Lich. So if you're hawking
Yeah.
now, it's because you don't want your opponent to send the card that they set off of this Scarlet Sanguine with Lich,
Oh,
because they
he
won't
is
have,
sending.
yeah, they won't have an opportunity to pay cost. But that means now they have access to the entire Orchest line. So the question is like, can the Orchest play win the game from here? And that's a big if. We don't know either of the set cards, or we know the Scarlet Sanguine, and
Yeah.
we know that won't matter. Um,
The
if the
the
set card's a
only
conch,
thing,
that's really bad.
yeah, if it's not a conch though, this is low key starting to seem crazy.
Yeah.
The Orcus cards, like we can't forget that those cards were insane in 2019 with
Oh
Hard,
yeah, they
and
were in
even
everything.
without Hard, yeah, and even without Hard, they're still like strong cards. The only problem here is if he can't get the because let's see here, he can go
Yeah, it is
Galatea.
conch. Wow, that's
Oh,
rough. So targeting the
oh,
Lynx Spider or the Orcus Nightmare means that now we don't have the material necessary to make Galatea. You'd need an extender, and in this deck, extenders are hard to come by. We've already performed our normal.
yeah. Now, surprisingly, I'm not gonna cut Shrug out just yet.
Yeah.
There is one line I feel like where this game goes back into Shrug's favor is that Coda just can't do enough
Mm-hmm.
on his turn. Because we still have the Orcus Nightmare engrave and we have an Eldlich setup for Coda's turn. So if and like here comes the second Scarlet, but even then, this Orcus engine is so strong in this case.
Yeah.
So just depending on how much Coda can do on his turn, maybe the deciding factor here.
So there's no risk of an OTK here. We can't access the extra deck because we're still locked under the punishment.
Yeah.
Coda hasn't found any of the live twin half of the deck. So basically, from this position, they're just playing Eldlich. And if both players are playing Eldlich, obviously it favors the person who has more Eldliches in rotation, which is Coda. But if they don't get exactly the material to beat the Orchest setup, every turn they're just on the back foot from that. So
Yeah.
we'll get over the Link Spider, which is nice, but if the set card is a Scarlet Sanguine, that's all the damage you're going to be able to do this turn. You can't link off into anything bonkers, and then you have to have a copy of Hawk in rotation, or you're about to kind of face the music here.
Has Coda gone through 2 Hawks yet?
They have gone through. Oh God, it's not going to let me go because every time they pass priority, they have. Yeah. So question of if they're playing 3 or not.
Oh. Oh my god. Because okay, wait. So if you go Orcus Nightmare, dump whatever, and then like Symbol or something, then you revive Gearsu. Gearsu's gonna resolve, and then let's say there's a conk. That's not enough because then you just dump a wand, and then wand's gonna recur for Galatea access.
So we're making assumptions about how many Hwaks that Coda's playing, but we also should start making some assumptions about how many Orchest cards Shrug is playing, right?
Ooh,
Like,
that's a good point.
your line is extremely good and, you know, right on, but if Shrug is on 1 wand or 1
Mhm.
copy of Symbol Skeleton, or draws Twin Twisters to get the Symbol Skeleton out of the hand and pop the entire back row, holy shit.
Oh,
Well, sometimes you
whoa,
have it,
wait.
baby.
Wait. Oh my god. That
He's
was
just the greatest in the world, you know.
Wait, that was insane of a draw. Oh my god. Sometimes it just be like that, I guess.
Let's see what
Holy smoke.
that set card is, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, they actually
So,
went for double conk because we know the set card is Scarlet.
oh my god. So Twin's gonna come down. Discarding Symbol. There was no third Hawk. Huh.
Okay, so
So,
importantly, Eldlich's graveyard effect doesn't zombie lock you the way that resolving like a Scarlet Sanguine would. So from here,
mhm.
we can summon the Eldlich the Golden Lord. We can use Symbol Skeleton to bring back a ding, and then we can go through the entire Orchest line if we want.
Wow. You know, I can't believe I was saying like a few minutes ago, it's not looking good for Shrug. And here we are. It's now looking really good for Shrug.
It's
Oh,
crazy, but like this is just Eldlich mirrors, right? If you are
yeah.
playing the Eldlich grind game, it favors the person that has like peripheral engines, the person who's found anything. And here,
Yeah.
that anything is a copy of Gearsu, which gets to send. You can send whatever you want here.
Yeah. Wow. This is I mean, it's 100% on point. Like really, the Eldritch mirrors just come down to how good your secondary engines are and if you see them or not.
Oh, we have a result from the other games. It
Mhm.
looks like Space Dandy 1993, our previous winner who was on Invoked Dog Doll, has lost to Vin, who was on Madolce. So we will have a Dolce pilot
Oh.
in top 8.
Oh, snap. Did Medolce win the previous quarantine Chalislime, or was it a different one?
It did.
Oh, snap. That is, see, this is Medolce is one of those decks where it's just like the deck you will see at basically every local, and it just will like randomly do okay, and then randomly it does really well, you know? It's like one of those rogue decks you just see at every local. Oh man.
So much more important than having the Eldritch stuff in rotation, we need to be using this Galate because we have nothing in our deck left in terms
Yeah.
of Orchest cards. Putting this wand back turns on the Nightmare in the graveyard. So if we want to go
Ooh.
ding into a Galate, this is a great time to do that.
Yeah, this is I'm also wondering now, like, what targets are Shrug playing besides Crescendo? Like maybe one Babel, one Return, assumably.
I
But
don't think they're
in this
playing anything but Crescendo, actually. It's
really
crazy, yeah, because the other ones they're so bad to draw. But Crescendo, you pitch with
true.
Eldritch, and it's your full combo.
That's true, actually. Huh. You know, that actually makes sense. Yeah, no,
This
that
list is
makes
so
a lot of
fucking
sense.
cool. I'm looking at this list again. It's so clean. I can't get over it.
True. God, I want to try this deck at some point now. It looks so fun.
So,
Oh no.
this card kind of sucks. Obviously, Ding against Eldritch isn't the best thing in the world. But you're just trying to run your opponent out of resources at this point. You know that they're,
Yeah.
I think, either out of or they have one remaining Conquistador. This is
Yeah,
the
this is
this is the last
huh.
Sanguine in their deck. So this Sanguine, as it floats into a Conquistador, is going to represent the final ability to interact from Eldlich's perspective. And then you have to start doing your live twin stuff. And doing your live twin
Yeah.
stuff into an established
The-
Orcust board, it's impossible.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Coda maybe drew his live twin engine turn 1, since turn 2 he was locked into punishment lock.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Coda would have been in a much better position here, but I mean, he just didn't see his live twins early enough, and that's really costing him here. Like the Dogmatica cards are good and all, but they're just not enough on their own, even with the Eldlich backup.
Yep. And, you know, Dogmatica might be better in a world where you're using Ecclesia to get punishment, to send Titanclad to get Ecclesia. Like, you have some kind of inevitability, but here it's just being used as Harpy's Featherstorm, but... Or Harpy's... What's the card? Heavy... Whatever the...
Heavy...
Whatever the trap is that pops 2 spell traps, but for monsters.
Yeah.
And as expected, the card that had been drawn off the top was a live twin, stranded in hand because of the punishment the previous turn. Now it just walks into an Orcust Crescendo. Shrug says, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care at this point. Summon all the Eldliches you want. That vanilla on field is the last thing that it's going to be.
Do we know what Shrug's last set is? It's like a Scarlet or something, right?
It's a Hawk.
Oh, okay. So that's actually going to do something here because it means the Galatea is going to stay on board at least.
This is so silly. It's like Hawk for a vanilla is so boring, but I mean the application here is just so good. Oh my god, he doesn't know. Oh, Coda, he doesn't know.
Oh,
no, read the card.
No! Oh god. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Yep.
Holy smoke. I mean, do I think Coda was coming back? No.
No, but that's the nail in the coffin. Galatea Gaming. All right, so here, what do you even do? You can make Ding, eat your opponent's last monster, go into Eldlich, and that's lethal. Eldland off the top. Must be nice. Wow.
Oh my god. Man, you know...
How do we still have targets? We can't.
Oh, man. I feel like... So, do I think Eldlich is a fair deck? Yes. I mean, it's like, obviously, the grind game's insane, but it's like fair compared to other stuff.
Troll the draw off the top. I'm so sorry, buddy. It's a little too late for that.
Yeah. But, like, I was gonna say, Eldland is just such a silly card.
It's so broken.
Like, if there's any 2 cards that need to get hit in Eldlich, it's just Eldland and Scarlet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Eldland, oh my god, there's still another target to send?
What? Shrug's on 3/3. Oh my god. What a hero.
Holy smokes, my goodness.
All right, back comes Ding, and that's the end of the game, I believe. No quick effect way to get stuff out of the graveyard, despite the live twins appearance in this game, and Shrug is going to hop, skip, and jump to a clean 2-0 victory. This was impressive as hell. Wow.
I mean, that game 1, he just crescendoed the live twin, and that was about it. Or... Oh, no, he didn't crescendo the live twin. He did something, like pop when Parallel Exceed triggered. But game 2, he really showed off why he's, like, made it to top 16 and undefeated at that, and now going to top 8.
The thing with Eldlich is, like, you do get so many free wins off the back of just having a better grind game than anyone else, but navigating the grind game is really what separates the good players from the great players, and Shrug is looking pretty great right now.
Shrug is looking hella nice. My goodness.
Folks, it is time for the top 8 of the Chalislime Monthly April 2021, and we have got a real fantastic game for you from a field that includes Orcust Lich, Zombie World Lich, Prank Lich, Dolce, Dragon Link, Dog Dolls. We are showing you what is gonna be a lot of fun. Oh gosh. I don't even know how to describe this. It's going to be Altergeist, and the other deck is Time Thief Rocket.
Summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon in attack mode. Now I take all your life points.
Why? How did they get this far? I don't know. There was a significant contingent of people who were clearly trying to break this deck because 3 or 4 people played this, and one of them has made it all the way to top 8. I have no idea what this deck is trying to do, but Blade Yu-Gi-Oh, my co-commentator, maybe you can enlighten me.
So the Time Thief Raid Raptor Phantom Knight deck, I don't know if they're playing like the, you know, that DDD rank 8 that basically if you summon on your
Kali Yuga?
Yeah, so I know some builds opt for that one. Some builds just like summon Ultimate Falcon. It's really dependent on like the player, but they just summon like whatever with the rank up cards. Their goal is to like go for a rank 4, which would be the Raid Raptor rank 4 that adds a level 4 Dark Wing Beast. Then you make Y-Strix, and then you pop off from there. It's a pretty cool deck. And I don't know. I just really like the Time Thief cards, but the end board is very dependent on like the player.
And for what it's worth, I do want to note Yuri's Best is not playing a ton of Raid Raptor cards. I think they're just playing the new one that's also a Phantom Knight card. God, what's the name of it? No, it's not Raider's Wing. They're playing Raid Raptor Strangle Lanius, I think is the name of the card.
Yeah. So that card is really good for 2 reasons. One, it's just a monster that can summon itself if you control a dark monster. But it does lock you into like darks for the rest of the turn. So it's really good in dark strategies. But additionally, if you control an Xyz monster with the Dark Xyz monster as material, so like you rank up an Xyz monster, you can just revive another Raid Raptor.
Okay, I could see it. Omase, thank you for the $1. I always seem to lose to meta every time I top a Chalislime. Happy to rep Sidra, though. It was a really close set. Thanks for having me. Thanks for playing, and it looks like, unfortunately, there will not be a lot of playing in this game. The Altergeist player has won the die roll. Congratulations. If you're watching this on the VOD, you can just skip to the next one. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. You know, I was hoping maybe there's like an anime roll and Time Thief won, but you know, the GG's everyone. It was a good round.
Yeah.
No, but well, oh no. Oh, he just sets what?
No, I think this is fine. So, this deck is on.
Oh, Shade.
Is on Shade Brigandine, yeah, and it could very well be that. We're going to start with a copy of Time Thief Winder and follow it up with Time Thief Adjuster. That's pretty good, and more importantly, chain blocks the Winder effect. Your normal summon is just this huge choke point in Time Thief, and if they were able to protocol the Winder, the game might be over now. But they aren't able to because the Adjuster is going to do a great job of insulating the resolution of that effect. I don't know, you know, I want to be like, oh, set 4 pass, it's over for the control deck, but at the end of the day, this deck is so good at just spamming 4s that win the game on their own. And even if all you do here is make, I don't know, maybe a redoer, how does Altergeist answer that outside of a huge multi-faker swing?
See, I gotta agree, actually. Like, in reality, there's a world...
Yep, and it was Shade Brigandine.
Okay, that would make sense. There is a world, though, where the Time Thief player just makes Excite on night and ends the game on the spot.
Well...
I mean, I don't know if that's this universe, but I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is Yuri does have a ton of options. He could just go for the passive route and make a Time Thief Xyz with that counter trap in hand. He could also go for the Raid Raptor rank 4. Oh, okay, so this is just the passive route.
Yeah, no reason to not get in for a little bit of damage. This is just, it's hard to explain, but any amount of damage you can get into against Altergeist is good. Going for the redo here, yeah, and Strike is the punish. Ooh, boy, imagine if that last card is a multi-faker. Okay, it's not.
Yeah.
We're gonna set.
Well, I guess
we're gonna set 3 and pass, and this is where you see the non-combo variant of this deck shine. We're not playing a lot of the cards that the Raid Raptor big 12 negate board setup would. Instead, we're playing like Retrograde, which trades for Solemns. So had that redoer landed, we might be winning the game. As is, kind of got an uphill battle, but Called by the Grave is a good start.
Yeah, that call by at the very minimum means he's not gonna have to trade with that protocol.
Ooh, wow.
Right now.
Awful news. We've drawn the recharger here.
Ooh. Oh no. So assumably then, if they're playing like Rockets, their build has to be a lot more passive.
Mhm.
They're probably just playing like the 3 Raid Raptors just as another extender.
That is really, really preemptive. Wow, a torrential tribute on the recharger summon. I would at least wait until there was something else to do. I imagine one of these set cards is like a Shade Brigandine they were holding on, but just
hmm.
knocking the recharger means, yeah, you get into a position like this where the protocol isn't on. Any Time Thief off
You
the
know,
top, like Winder, might just win the game.
so I think I understand why that Torrential is so preemptive. Oh, that Imperm's not bad, but
Oh, and multi-faker. All right. It was like,
oh,
if you're the Time Thief player, you're happy that they keep making all of these trades that don't actually kill your cards, because they are running out of cards and will eventually just one turn brick on something like a protocol and have to pass. But drawing the
but
multi-faker really turns that on its head.
yeah, I was about to say this Strangleanius is huge, and then I realized they summoned Silk, and I was about to be like, oh, you
Yeah.
know, and the
Yeah.
wait, but you know what's interesting here?
Yeah.
Um, there's no, well, I guess you could crash the into the like Time Thief, and then you get to recur the manifestation to revive. But otherwise, if you couldn't recur that manifestation, there is no follow-up after getting rid of that multi-faker here.
But of course there
Um,
is. In fact, the Time
yeah,
Thief player says, "I'm not even gonna do it."
yeah,
Crash the Silquidius on your own time, not a me problem. Also, this middle card, for what it's worth, was negated the entire turn because of the infinite impermanence. So if it's something reactive that does answer this board, I think you'll see it this turn rather than last turn. We're going for the Silk now, targeting that card that was locked. Just gonna put it back in the hand real quick.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's starting to. Oh wait. Okay. There's no way Raska doesn't have another faker then. Uh, if he isn't crashing the Silk. Um, this is an interesting game state, I guess, but it's really not looking good for Time Thief right now.
Yeah,
Um,
and the really powerful one-ofs that might equalize this board state, stuff like the Called by the Grave preemptively on the multi-faker. I mean, you've already seen it, so there's not a lot you have left if you're as the Altergeist player, and they keep passing turn. No normal summon to go into a redoer. Oof.
oh, I was gonna say that a rocket would still not be a bad draw for Time Thief, just
Yeah.
because that recharger means you can recur it and then revive a Time Thief. But yeah, no, this is just looking worse and worse by the second.
I don't know. It is weird that the Altergeist player isn't committing to anything. It feels like you'd want to get the Silk Loop going before something like, yeah, the Adjuster comes down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I gotta agree. I'm kind of surprised that
Strikes the
Silk hasn't hit
punish.
yet.
Judgment, also good. You can't retrograde the Judgment because you don't control the Time Thief monster yet. That's
Yeah.
rough. They're getting
You
pretty
know, I
low,
also,
but I mean, they have everything.
yeah, I'm also kind of surprised that he didn't even use Time Thief Adjuster. But I
Ugh.
guess like it probably just does extract off the top. Yeah,
We
that's
don't even
about
have the
it.
Ash. Whatever the card is in hand, it's been rotting there for like 12 turns.
Oh, this is so unfortunate. Yeah, at this point, it's all she wrote. Um,
This one really did
re-
feel like a lost die roll that sort of snowballed into a strike and a judgment. This was a winnable game at one point, but we are a little beyond that, barring something like a red reboot into a playmaker or a Harpy's feather duster.
yeah, exactly. This is like there's got to be something blowout wise for Yuri to have to come back.
Oh, geez. Speaking of blowouts, there's the Kunk
Ooh,
in
that
hand. Chat was expecting that was there because of the Silquidius and how it was being used, but translating that into a multi-faker, then activating the effect at end step, this might be the end of the game. Gamma, the last remaining card. And I don't think
That's
this
not
works the
the.
way you want with Protocol. You do have to send here, but
Yeah.
we'll be able to negate the Gamma. We do get to resolve the Multi-Faker. We'll trigger the on-field effect. At this point, it can't be negated because of the way Protocol works, and yikes.
Yeah, no. See, here's the thing with Altergeist is the deck, unlike Eldlich, doesn't snowball over time as much. They just have one insanely powerful snowball card that if it resolves, you will and they're able to get to their turn, they will probably just win.
Mm-hmm.
The Eldritch cards are all very high quality, but man, resolving Faker to summon something like Meluseek is the best feeling ever. And I guess, I mean, yeah, that's about all she wrote. Yuri's gonna concede, but at the very minimum, you know, Yuri's going first, and then game 3, there's gonna be back row hate. So it may look a little better for Yuri these next 2 games, but I mean, Raska is gonna have a side deck of their own.
Like, this is the Geist problem. Game 1 is you're so favored, and then games 2 and 3, you are just fighting an uphill battle. Game 2 because you're going first. Game 3 because the back row hate in this game is insane. You get to play, you know, Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, Red Reboot, Danko Sekka, and all of those are just complete blowouts. We're going for the Rocket Line here, which we haven't seen before. Big shock, but you can use this to make 4s. We're going to set this boot sector launch. We can use it to get out the Tracer, and then the Tracer can pop the launch and summon a Recharger from deck, which is conveniently the material necessary for some really powerful cards. One of the upsides of playing against Geist specifically is... Oh my god, they have 2 quick launch. One of the upsides of playing against Geist specifically is the fact that you have cards like Redoer that gets so much better if your opponent is playing trap cards, and your opponent's playing trap cards.
In fact, most of their deck is probably traps, which, you know, like this brings me back to Spiral days where Geist was technically a deck, but the fact that Super Agent could consistently call trap cards and consistently hit, man, those were some times, you know. Oh man.
All right, so we're going for Redoer, I imagine, plus Perpetua. Oh no, they're what the fuck? So opting not to go for Borreload here, instead saying no, we're gonna do Draco Berserker. Wait, that is that's not terrible. I actually I like this a lot better than Borreload, if I'm being honest.
So the only reason to play this card over like Borreload, there's 2 reasons actually. The first is you cannot put a Link monster in grave for Savage, but the other reason is Berserker is still a really strong card in of itself. Like the battle ability it has to just deal a massive amount of damage is kind of crazy.
So, like, here's the deal. If you have a Multi-Faker in hand that you're aiming to just resolve off of nothing, you aren't getting it, because the Berserker will negate it in the hand, or they won't negate it, but it'll banish it. Ooh, the Torrential Tribute, what an unbelievable hit. If you hit a trap card here, I struggle to think of a scenario in which the Geist player wins the game. They didn't.
Oh,
it is a monster.
I think we knew that because of... Yeah, I was gonna say Redoer is gonna make Raska draw Meluseek for turn and basically control the draws like Drone kind of did back in the day. But in this case, Raska's gonna draw an unknown. But it's still not the worst case, only because, I mean, preventing a Meluseek from being drawn is always a good sign.
All right, so in standby, we're going to go for the Redoer. Again, just fiending for a trap. If we get a trap, our options really open up. There it is, baby. Ooh, yeah, and it's a Solemn Strike.
Oh, and it was about time for that trap to come in. Now Redoer's like just loaded up once again, ready to go.
So a thinker about what you want to do here.
Yeah, Marionetter's kind of awkward, but also not bad. The one thing this redoer has done for Raska is put some Altergeist in grave. So,
Mhm.
for example, if redoer detaches Meluseek and the trap card instead of just the trap card, it means that's like the what's the card called? Manifestation is
Mhm.
going to be that Berserker actually is more relevant than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so this is
Um
the whoa, I don't know about that.
um
Yeah, I don't know about that at all. So what's going on here is they've activated the effect of Marionetter. It's been chained to the effect of Berserker. That's been chained with a copy of Protocol. And next we are going to activate Redoer to put the Protocol back in the hand and prevent it from resolving. But the Ash Blossom will take care of that because Redoer's spell effect draws a card. So
oh my god.
at the end of the day, what's going to happen is we will get to set off the Marionetter, but Yuri's Best still gets what they want, and that's the Mario off the field, so you can't do the loop with the Silquidius.
Yeah, and that manifestation is pretty good. Being able to revive the Silquidus if Redoer didn't have a trap under it.
Another monster, my god.
Yeah, that's that's no good.
A
But
little sussy.
yeah, but this redo is still gonna put in work. I mean, that I just gotta emphasize how crucial redoer sticking with that trap on it is in this case. Like Raska's gonna go down to 200, but cannot use that set trap card manifestation, or else it's just gonna get redoer bounced.
This is so it's so strange. Do you make Zeus here, do you think?
I don't know. I
They're
think
gonna.
they're gonna, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it does have double send to be fair.
It is a format Zeus, which, I mean, that impacts the math a lot. Obviously, the first one is just going to eat the protocol, but the second one is just going to do everything.
And I just think you have to change Zeus here. No reason.
Apparently, no, you don't. Apparently, you do not have to do that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is not how it works, buddy. It's not how it works. The protocol's on field. No.
No.
Oh my god, that loses him the game.
There's no way.
Oh my god, it actually loses him the game. I'm so frustrated.
There is no way this is happening.
I'm gonna lose my mind. All right, and back to the extra goes Zeus. Get to target the protocol. We're draw a fucking Sparks, my guy. Don't let it end like this.
There's no way, dude. Oh no. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Yuri, we were rooting for you. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to defeat the Sith, not join them.
There's still an out. Oh my god, they're setting 3. There's still an out. It's called Harpy's Feather Duster Normal Summon. Danko Sekka. Danko Sekka would do it.
Yuri, you better.
Adjuster is lethal. It will never ever connect in a million years. Going for Adjuster's effect.
I guess that's fine. It's gonna force out protocol, but then manifestation just revives.
You've got the loop going. The game's over.
Like, how does Yuri come back at this point?
Oh, this is a rough one. This is a rough one.
Oh, this is so sad. Raska with 200 life points in the immediate threat of the most meta relevant card in the game, Sparks.
Yeah.
Is gonna somehow pull through.
All right, this is the critical turn. You want Mario here very badly. Don't have it.
Yeah.
At least Raska is getting 8 or 9 turns to figure out a place to or a way to get to lethal. And for what it's worth, there's a lot that Raska could be finding that's just dead off the top, right? Like strikes. We saw in game 1. Cosmics might be in here, but jeez.
Oh, we just have to hope Yuri has some harpies or
it's
something.
the same. It's this exact same line.
This is deja vu. I've just been in this place before.
All right.
Oh, I mean, like, you're not wrong though. Yuri just has like an infinite amount of turns. Oh my god.
All right, there's
We're in
protocol.
for a slow one.
Oh, that's it. That's the end of the
Oh,
game. Shuffle back
oh,
protocol. Oh, not yet, buddy. Not yet.
oh my god, dude. Oh my god. At the very least, Raska has I mean, it, I
I'm
don't even need
trying.
to
Yeah,
explain it.
I'm
It's just,
trying, dude. I'm trying. I think it's over.
I
Whatever
just
this trap card is, it's got to be the greatest thing in the world.
it's got to be like a heavy storm duster right now.
Protocol for
And even
manifestation. We're gonna get Mario. Mario, we're gonna go set manifestation, I guess. We do not have lethal. Are you kidding me?
oh my god, dude.
Time Thief can still win Copium.
You know, uh, feels bad, man. I mean,
It feels terrible.
yeah, I was gonna say it was a valiant effort from Yuri, but
It was an effort. Protocol remains undefeated in preventing Yu-Gi-Oh players from reading. There's just nothing you can do about it. It's too strong.
the only benefit of the doubt I have to give to Yuri here, he cannot get Sparks right now. He would have 100 life points and then die to the Silkwood.
And if you thought that Raska's draws were dead at 300, imagine what Yuri's are. It's got to be like Cosmic Cyclones they can't activate.
Oh my god.
HFD plus Gemini Elf would win it. Apparently not, because we also have Multi-Faker at this point. Yeah, well, it was a valiant effort, but Altergeist remains undefeated. This is the only Altergeist that's made it to top 4, so a little less sad than if 3 of them had.
You know, honestly, I can't even say it was a valiant effort anymore. I'm disappointed in you, Yuri.
Oh, come
Chicken
on.
wing.
No need to be mean. It's nerves. You can, like, you've never played poorly on camera.
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah, no, you're not wrong. It was a good try by Yuri. He just lost the die roll. Oh,
Hey
no.
everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and it is time for the semi-final round of the April 2021 Chalislime Monthly. I am joined as ever by Blade Yu-Gi-Oh! We're gonna watch a game.
Whoa, you know, by popular demand, absolute carnage in the poll. You guys voted for Altergeist versus Dragon Link. I can't believe you guys.
That was crazy, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, it was quite a shocking turn of events how dominant the poll ended up being, but here we are.
Yeah, 100% of the vote. But you know, we did what we had to. We forced scores where we had to, and we've come up with a really interesting feature, I think I would say.
The Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think, to be absolutely fair, I think Geist versus Dragon Link is a weird matchup. I mean, it's similar to the Time Thief matchup where it can be a die roll, but Dragon Link is also super gas.
Yeah. Listen, okay? I am going to deploy UN peacekeeping forces to Chaotic Meatball TV's house right now. Don't type that stuff in my chat. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, yes, you are right. We have seen Burrito Man 93 over the course of this tournament lose a lot of die rolls and win a lot of games. And that's because nothing chews through negates like Dragon Link. And, you know, no shade to Altergeist, but it chews through the negates of a lot more competent decks than Altergeist. You know, there's a reason that Altergeist isn't topping left and right. And part of that reason is the combo decks that are still legal are just so much better than it. So I would really like to see Burrito walk with this. I don't know how you're feeling either.
I mean, I'm definitely thinking that Burrito is favored here. but I'll play devil's advocate. I'll root for Geist just because, strike plus torrential is still a combination.
Yeah,
I guess
it's still a combination. It's still game winning. And then our other match, we should probably mention, is an Eldlich mirror. And somehow chat wanted to see this Eldlich mirror. They wanted to see two people summoning the Golden Lord at each other. Now, granted, they are two radically different decks. Shrug is on their undefeated Orcust Lich deck, and they're playing against Bokeman's X1 Prank Lich deck. So whichever of those makes it to finals will be all gas, but first they have to get over the other one and face the winner of the duel we are about to see.
true. At the very least, chat, you're gonna see Eldlich in the finals. My goodness.
Hell yeah. Aren't you all excited to get excited for Eldlich? Woo!
Woo! Right here, going strong, baby.
All right, so obviously the first thing that matters is if Burrito won the die roll, the set is just over. A prerequisite to actually playing this game is Raska had to win RPS. Okay, and they did. All right, okay, we're actually going to play the game here.
Oh my god, we actually have a match. Let's go. Like I said, I'll play devil's advocate, so let's go, guys. Destroy Dragon Link. Prevent their Legionnaire effects. My goodness.
Is that a set 4 pass? Oh
Well,
my god, a set 5 pass. I am on the edge of my fucking seat. Oh my god, I am fully erect. Oh no. How could any deck overcome this? Duster.
Duster. Oh man. Well, Ravine isn't the greatest start for Burrito, man.
It's
it is an unsearchable, or it is the searchable one of the deck. But it ain't the worst. It's still Tracer access.
So here's the deal. I said this in the last match. Oh my god. I said this in the last match, but it remains extremely cogent here. The hardest deck to beat Geist in is game 1 where they win the die roll. Geist is full of trap cards that are just generally good. Not particularly targeted, stuff like Protocol that just is good versus almost every deck. And your deck is probably playing a lot of things that are conditionally good. Things like what Burrito Man just discarded, the Dark Ruler no more. So even though you are going second in game 1 and 3 if you win game 2, your game 3 win percentage is way higher than your game 1 win percentage. So if you're the Altergeist player, you absolutely must win this game. And if you don't, you are in big trouble.
Oh, Burrito Man showing us why he's in top 4, trying to crash into Marionetter
in
order to yeah, that would have turned off spoofing and not Protocol.
Oh my god.
My god.
he's simply the best. All right, so we're going to go for 16 direct here. This is Altergeist, baby. One of those set cards has to be exactly Protocol or Manifestation or the game is now done. I think we know that the Mario means that... Where is it? Here's the Protocol. But now Burrito has a turn in which they can pop off as much as possible, and if none of those set cards do too much, maybe they are conditional things like Cosmic Cyclone, or more likely, they are cards that are good while you already have Altergeists like Manifestation. If Burrito can establish a couple of negates here, that might be the end of the game right here. Got to be Strike and or Torrential Tribute. Pretty much right now.
Ooh, World Legacy Guard Dragon is a great start for Burrito, man. Being able to revive Tracer. And I gotta be honest, even if it's just like a Chaos Ruler, that's a ton of value right there.
Oh, yeah.
That Burrito Man can generate with one card.
So here's the position you're in as Burrito Man. Like, you can pop stuff with Tracer if you want. You can, Jesus, hard draw the Wyver Burster. If you so desire, you can go into an extremely early negation, demand the strike, or the Torrential Tribute, but, like, how good is the Tribute here anyway? You load up with a Wyver Burster and the Tracer activation, right?
Yeah, so we know there's a boot sector in hand, and we're gonna be able to recur, like, even if those last two cards in hand, one of them being boot, the other unknown, are dead, you can still go Chaos Ruler.
Yep. And Chaos Ruler, of course, unlocks the entire deck, whatever you want. Oh, but Burrito Man says, you know what? There's actually not a huge reason for me to overcommit right now exactly. This personnel spoofing is a little weird. You know, he's kind of got to have exactly another Ash for this to make sense. We're going to personnel spoofing, putting it back. Let's see the Ash Blossom. Double Ash in the opener. I mean, it was a little bit telegraphed, but God, it is still backbreaking.
Yeah, and what's even more crazy in this case is Ravine's gonna stay up for another turn.
Yeah. Double Ravine activation is killer. So hand is Boot
Oh,
Sector, Chaos Black, and that's pretty good.
oh my god, and they're just gonna pass?
Yeah.
Now, if Raptor had another Geist, like maybe a Meluseek off the top, that could have been really good here. But the fact that he didn't, oh, makes this so much worse for Raska.
So what you have to be thinking here if you're Burrito is what are the set cards? I think you can put them on at least one copy of like a an Altergeist manifestation or a conditional trap card that's either not very good in the matchup or just dead here. And I think the other trap you have to imagine is like maybe a torrential. There were so many good
Yeah.
opportunities to strike. There were enough good opportunities to fire off like a cosmic cyclone. And understanding what that last trap is going to be critical to winning this one. Everything is going to, of course, start with the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, and we'll see where we go from here. Not firing off the Dragon's Ravine means that the draw was good enough that at least for the immediate, Burrito Man wants to keep it in the hand, and that explains why. Rocket Synchron with an Absa Router in Graveyard. Do we have one? No, we banished it for the White Dragon.
Oh. Now that is unfortunate, but at the very least, Hulk's gonna come down, and we're gonna see potentially full Guard Dragon combo because of that Will Legacy.
I was
Now
so
this plays
excited.
a little risky because it really loses to Torrential or Strike. But if there's no Torrential or Strike, this is gonna be huge.
So, no negation of the Halqifibrax. I can't imagine you would pass up such an unbelievably sweet strike. So, if you're Burrito Man, you're probably putting them on Torrential, but even that's only okay.
Yeah. I gotta think here because, I mean, I just don't. It really just comes down to what Raska's other back row is, I guess. If there's a Torrential, this would be the point to shoot it, but.
Well, you'd wait for the Guard Dragon activation, maybe. No, you couldn't because it has to be on summon. So what could it have possibly been? Might be a hand trap drawn for turn. And that is, in fact, what it was. 6th card Nibiru.
Oh, and this is one of those rare scenarios where 6-card Nib is pretty nice.
Oh, this is crusty.
Ooh, so Geist is definitely not out of this yet. Any like Altergeist card in hand could be huge in this case, especially because we know Burrito's last card in hand is just a Boot Sector.
Right. So the Boot Sector is decent, but requires a committal from Raska. Mario off the top is so unbelievably strong. Wow.
Oh my god. I'm not one to call it early, but I think that's just game. Actually, I am one to call it early, but holy smokes, that is insane.
That feels like it for sure. We can spoofing on the following turn. Getting a clear here is great, but I struggle to think how Burrito's going to beat like multi-faker Silquidius.
Yeah, like if there's one hope to coming back, it's that Boot Sector can revive 2 technically.
Yeah, but I don't imagine the Boot Sector is going to resolve.
Oh no, 100%.
Mario
There
back for
is-
the personnel spoofing. I think we're just getting the multi-faker now. Yeah, just saying, I'm not going to play
Yeah.
around. If you drew an Ash Blossom, I want 2 shots at it. And there we go.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this also, like you said, it plays around Ash. It means spoofing can trigger again on their turn. Oh, It's looking so good for Raska.
All right, so going for the Boot Sector launch here, this might get the multi-faker out of hand so you can shotgun the Silquidius in response to the Boot Sector activation. I imagine that's what's going to happen. Of course, depends on what the other 2 set cards are that we don't have knowledge of.
Yeah.
That's one of them. That's one of them, buddy. Solemn Judgment.
Oh, maybe we were just
Yep.
wrong the entire time. Maybe there was just no hope. Yeah, Burrito Man's gonna scoop it up.
All
Oh, that
right.
was tough.
Well, for what it's worth, that's the game that Altergeist absolutely has to win. From this position, Dragon Link expects to win game 2 and then has a very targeted board plan for game 3, I'd imagine. It's not like Altergeist is a type of deck that wins in a way that nothing else does, right? Like Eldlich is
Right.
similarly focused around like resolving trap cards. So a lot of the stuff you'd be bringing in for that deck is also good against Geist. So it's not like you don't have spaces dedicated in your extra to what is otherwise a rogue deck. It's just going to be a matter of Burrito Man, playing to his outs game 3 and admittedly not overextending. Chat had the idea that the right line in game 2 was just to, instead of going to Hauk, just Spheres pass. And honestly, I don't hate that. I think you're massively favored if you can nullify a protocol.
Yeah, no, I think Spheres passed. I think Hauk was a little too greedy considering we saw that the cards in hand, or like we knew the cards wouldn't be like Geist cards in hand for protocol, or sorry, spoofing, and he still had 2 live back row, so I gotta agree with chat.
That's a
Um,
weird Ash Blossom. Ash
yeah,
Blossom, the Striker
uh,
Dragon.
I can't say I'm a fan of that, and especially with Red MD coming down. Seyfert still hasn't used its effect yet, making this Seyfert and Red MD package to be incredibly strong here.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is Raska basically has to have another hand trap, because I don't see Burrito Man not having full combo in this case.
Yeah, like realistically, I don't think you would ever fire an Ash that early unless you have like a game-stopping hand trap, something like a Lancia as well.
Yeah,
But
even
depends
then,
on how much Burrito Man wants to play around like a Lancia or a Nibiru.
yeah, if Raska had Nip Ash, I personally feel like you would just, oh, he's not even using Seyfert. So maybe this is telegraphing a World Legacy card dragon. But
We'll start with a
huh.
Ravine.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna discard here.
Brotar. Drew the Brotar. That
Hmm.
explains the hand. It's just a little weird. Absor out of here
Yeah.
gets Tracer? Yeah.
Now, the only thing that Ash did accomplish was make things a little awkward for Burrito because Boot Sector uh isn't really going to be able to summon the Tracer, or well, Burrito Man's not going to summon Tracer out of hand in this case.
Oh my god, it paid off. It was like the payoff for Ash Blossom is if Burrito just didn't draw an extender. No Noct Division, no Chaos Dragon, no Chaos Space, and uh-oh. This might be a quick 2-0.
Oh my god. This is not happening right now.
Oh, Burrito. That's a rough one.
Oh no. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Burrito couldn't full combo.
Yeah, no, I mean, banking on the hand being kind of bad, and it paid off. The hand was kind of bad.
Oh no.
Hmm.
That is so unfortunate. Holy smokes.
I'm actually kind of shocked. What did the Romulus get him? Like just Romulus
I think
for no benefit?
to get access. Well, I know he ravined for Tracer pitching Brotar.
Is that enough?
I don't think Burrito Man's out of it just yet. He still has like some good follow-up. If there's a torrential, for example, that Brotar is gonna come in hot. That Tracer is gonna get some value here. He can still Striker search for Boot Sector. I wouldn't say it's the end of the world just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this definitely is interesting. Raska is not out of it at all. Even though we thought that Ash may not have been that effective, maybe it was super effective there.
I mean,
clearly
I think
though.
I think Raska's more than in it. I think Raska's massively favored. Like an 80-20
Yeah.
from this position. You know, we've got multi-faker, we've got 3 traps. Realistically, one of them has to be chainable.
I mean, we know Faker search or Meluseek search for Faker, so you're definitely right. Raska's in a really good position here. I mean, Faker's gonna come down. It's gonna bounce something, which against Dragon Link, if you can bounce cards,
God,
that's really good.
no way we drew the Ash
Ooh.
again. Not even
Oh no,
activating the
no.
effect here. We're going to go for the multi-faker afterwards. Summon the
Ooh.
faker, and if we're doing it while they still have an attacker, I imagine we're also getting the Silquidius.
If there's an Ash that comes down and Raska has Protocol, that would be insane. But it looks like that's not going to be the case here.
Mm-hmm.
As Silk is going to come down, and man, like Silk is such a powerhouse.
Silk still is taking names in the year of our Lord 2020.
Oh man,
It's 2021.
Silk is almost as old as Alistair. Ain't that weird to think about?
Oh, this is just played so expertly. So you go Silk, Chain, Romulus, Chain, Rocket Tracer, Chain, Personal Spoofing, because we haven't actually activated the effect yet. So on Resolution, oh my god, and because it's on Burrito Man's turn, they can activate the Cosmic Cyclone they drew for turn. Oh my god.
Oh my
Both of these players are playing out of their mind right now. Is there a judgment? Do you judgment here? It's not even assured, I would think, before I do it.
Oh my god, are we actually gonna see it?
Looks like it's resolving. There's been a priority pass. We're banishing the personal spoofing. Tracer resolves, popping the targeted Romulus for a recharger. Silquidius fails too. And then
Wow.
on Declare, the Tracer can walk into the Silquidius. The multi-faker shuffled back as the cost for the personnel spoofing means we have no access. Oh my god, what a strange chain, but it worked out so well for Burrito Man. And now we've got material for the Striker Dragon. We can try again. If it gets negated, we have a Rocket Tracer.
Oh my god. And even if they torrential, we're just like, okay, Brotar effect engraved.
Speaking of, here comes the Torrential.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That swings so heavily into Burrito Man's favor. It's crazy.
That was unbelievable sequencing. Like, I could practice this deck for months and I would not be able to sequence that properly. Just unbelievable.
I'm almost wondering if Burrito Man did like the biggest brain play and held Cosmic so that way it couldn't get Meluseek.
So strike the Brotar here is painful for sure, but hardly the end of the game. You have a lot of material. You've got a recharger set up in the graveyard. Altergeist has to win the game on 2 cards after shuffling back a multi-faker and cycling through a Silquidius. There's not a lot left in the deck that actually does anything. It's got to be Mario or bust. Meluseek is an extremely good one, especially with a set card. Holy guacamole, what a rip.
Oh my god. There's got to be a trap card in hand. If there is no trap card in hand, I think Burrito Man is very favored. But that Meluseek draw was huge.
Yeah. No, and called by. Oh my god, it's called by. Oh, killer.
Oh my god, what a counter.
So it was only ever 2 things. It was only ever tidying, to which you would want the Meluseek to destroy, or it was called by, in which case you win the game.
Oh, and this means Boot Sector is good and is like actually
Boot
live
Sector's
now.
Crazy. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. So we can't even link away for a Linkaribo or something because, of course, it'll just get negated in the graveyard. The Meluseek has to stay on field. Wow.
Wow.
And the card in hand isn't even a trap. You had the right Reed Blade. Wow. It's just a hand trap or another monster from last turn. Whatever it is, it's lower impact than the Meluseek because they shuffled telegraphing its top decked. Let's see what Burrito's doing here.
Oh, man. This has been quite a game too. My goodness.
So unsurprisingly, boot sector launch coming down, and now, as you mentioned, it is all the way on.
Oh, so yeah. No, exactly. Boot Sector, Revive Tracer. I mean, depending on the next two cards in Burrito Man's hand, he could pop the Boot Sector and then summon something, make Striker, and just pop off.
Yeah, this is so the only punish here is Nibiru. And we saw him get punished by it last time. So it's a question of if Burrito Man wants to play it safe around Nibiru on a board state that there is no possible way he can lose or not.
If Burrito Man actually gets punished and then there's a top deck Marionetter, I will be sick to my stomach.
Absolutely. So this is pretty good. We can get the Tracer from deck. We get the Rocket Synchron from deck. From here we can go into... What the fuck? This is such a weird setup. So the Synchron triggers here because we have the Absolrouter in Graveyard this game. So from here we can go into... We can force the activation of a Nibiru by going into a Borreload. This is 5 summons, however.
I'm going to be totally honest.
Show me. God, he is so greedy. What a greedy motherfucker.
Oh, wait, actually? Okay, if Raska has Nib in hand...
this is absolutely the right play. No, this is the right play. I'm just very frustrated that I didn't see it.
Oh, fair.
Absolutely correct.
Oh my god. At this point, I mean, there's just no way now that Chaos Ruler has resolved. There's no way Burrito Man's losing this.
And if you want to get some insurance, you can always just fire off the Levianeer and tuck the remaining card in hand.
Yeah. No, exactly. We're gonna see Recharger resolve, and this is just where you think that a combo deck wouldn't have this insane of a grind game, but Recharger revives Red MD, Chaos Ruler hits the board. There's just so many good cards in Dragon Link that makes their grind game absurd, let alone their end boards.
And this is why decks like Eldlich, despite the fact that, you know, it's got 2 slots in the top 4, have a really rough time this format, is because the combo decks, they just keep going, you know? This is, you know, the combo is continuing through 5 traps. We set 5 past and we're still winning this game. A really good Dragon Link player has a good control matchup, and that's not something you can say about really any other combo deck. Here we are. This is the team. This should be more than enough. We don't even have to negate the Link Haribo effect with the Borreload. Just go into the battle phase, attack in with the Red MD, and activate the HDRAA. Holy guacamole.
My goodness. I mean, Burrito Man just showing off why Dragon Link is just so absurd. I mean, like, it's not even just, oh, ban Elpy and the deck's dead. There's still so much it feels like it can do, even if Elpy gets banned. I mean, Herratic Seal is just such a good card, and Dragon Link has some of the best, like, quality cards in the game right now.
I have terrible news.
Oh no, don't tell me.
I'm sorry, buddy. I have to. Our Orcust Eldlich pal has dropped. This is very painful.
Oh,
that's fine. The other players on Prank It Eldlich which is a dope deck too, right? We're gonna get to see Lich in finals no matter what.
True. At the very least, Shrug was very impressive this tournament, going 9-1 in the end.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what a record! I mean, that's a record that would top a YCS at least. So that's.
Oh, this is a weird one. So it looks like there's no Altergeist. We do have a personal spoofing. Cosmic wins the game here.
Oh my god, there's no way.
As does Ash. Okay, it looks like we don't have it.
Oh, Raska dodging a bullet here. Holy smokes.
All right, we're going to go for the multi-faker. We're going to get a Silquidius. So what we're telegraphing here is, or what Burrito Man's going to have to play through is some number of traps. We're telegraphing the set protocol, and on board we have the bounce. So this is not something that is impossible for Burrito Man to beat. It is a little difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we saw game one.
That's gonna make it a little easier.
Yeah, no, that is a good. Oh, pitch absa router.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the Yishan bit? Chaos Space is 4 or 5 cards worth of material. Oh no, bro! Not Imperial Iron Wall.
oh my god!
Oh, holy shit! What the fuck? Win the Wall is Imperial.
Oh my god!
This is the end of the game. How do you beat this? This
This
is
is
so fucking good.
This is Lancia if like on steroids, I guess.
This
Like
is Lancia, but awesome.
yeah, I mean it's a continuous trap, so it loses to back row hate, making it easier to deal with than Lancia. But it's also just a continuous trap. Like holy smokes!
Oh my god. Okay, we do have some pretty sick shit going on here. We're gonna go Noctivision Dragon as Chainlink 2 to Striker Dragon's Chainlink 1. That means even if we have something like a protocol, we're gonna be able to resolve the effect of Striker, get that boot sector launch into rotation. We can draw some cards by using Noctivision as material, and really we are just fucking digging for a Duster, a Twin Twister, a Cosmic. We gotta get this fucking card off the field.
Yeah, honestly, I even like though Raska had such a strong opener, Burrito Man drew insane.
No,
and it
Burrito
just
Man drew crazy, for sure.
like, oh, I gotta appreciate it though, because game one, he drew like Dark Ruler, Ash, Ravine.
Yeah.
And like his last two cards weren't the greatest. Like I mean he drew like not super optimal and he almost came back.
I summon the blue eyes.
This
white
game,
dragon
I
in
mean, they
attack
both
mode.
drew insane.
Now
So
I
this is
take
going to be
all
quite
your
a
life points.
quite a game here.
Almase, thank you for the $1. The fact that Quick Launch isn't limited or has an HOPT is what makes D-Link so resilient. If it gets limited or banned, the deck will be weak. Spheres is fine. Going to battle, gonna force out that card. Oh god, think how good Evenly would be if Imperial Iron Wall was not on the field.
So good here. Oh my goodness.
God, you can't even Cosmic. This is so pain.
Oh, so okay. Burrito Man just has 7 cards in hand.
Yes.
And can do a ton with them because of Imperial Iron Wall.
So, oh, wow, Dragon Ravine's great. So we have the Rocket Synchron. We could normal Rocket, go into Absa Router, make an 8.
He's going to pitch White Dragon.
Yeah, pretty useless card right now.
Yeah, it's going to, unless that Iron
Send
Wall
Shadow Dragon.
Yo, that... I mean, I think Dragon's a spellcaster, but oh my god.
No. It says Dragon in the name, buddy.
Oh, good point.
Okay,
You
Protar.
know?
That's good.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad here. Plays around a lot of potential cards Raska could have.
And we're just all we're doing here is getting to a position where we are poised to win the long game. You know, we're setting up Brotar's Engrave. We're setting up material for Levy. You know, we want to ensure that we can play to our outs no matter what. Kind of resigned to the fact that it won't be Dragon Link turn 2 lethal. But
Yeah.
it's still going to be killer. Oh, actually, it's going to be really fucking easy because he drew 2 Quick Launch.
So wait, you're telling me he drew Quick Launch, Chaos Space, Absa Router, Noctovision.
Okay, as we expected, there's the telegraphed protocol, but that's not even the worst thing if you're Burrito Man. I don't think we've performed our normal, and the Silquidius going to the graveyard with no Altergeist card engrave is like exactly where you want to be. If you can out the spoofing this turn anyway, then you are in a massively winning position.
Yeah, and it's not even that unlikely actually. Tracer got negated, so like you could still make seals plus the synchrons in hand, which means you can still like make Papega Ruler or
wait, speaking of by doing it in this direction, Burrito Man has allowed Brotar to make it onto the field, and now Levy wins the game, if I'm not mistaken. We just Levy an ear. It's got to be exactly solemn, or we get to go Iron Wall spoofing to the grave, or Iron Wall set to the grave.
Iron Wall prevents Levy.
Oh, fuck my ass. Ah, I hate this card! I have messed up every single possible ruling with this. I'm so... Oh my god, I'm so good. Set one.
Alright,
Hey,
well,
what's that set card, I wonder? It looks like we have learned from our mistakes. Oh, we're gonna go, I imagine, Seal's Pass here.
wait, actually, no. There's no way that wasn't a misclick. Oh, no!
That's rough. That's rough, buddy. Last card,
No
Solemn
way.
Strike. Wow,
Oh,
and that's the
no.
end of the turn.
Burrito Man misclicked? I gotta imagine that was a misclick.
I mean, why would you summon it in face up? What does it accomplish?
He could link it off. Blink off black metal. Get red MD.
But you can't summon Red MD under Imperial. Well!
Oh no, that's how the tables have turned. Oh my god.
You still probably would. This is this is
Ooh.
rough.
Even then, I don't know if like what, you get red MD, you could like resolve Striker Dragon if you haven't yet, but I think he already did
Yeah,
earlier.
he did, yeah.
Yeah, no, that Iron Wall is putting in
I can't
work.
believe we're gonna lose this game to the best card of 2014.
Holy smokes. Oh, this card, the only time, or like the last time I remembered this card was when I got Imperial Ironwalled playing Danger Thunder Dragon at YCS Pasadena 2019 during Orchest format.
Excellent.
And yes, chat, I did lose that game to Sky Striker because Ironwall, when it's good, it's really good. Oh my god. And I mean, we're just showing off here.
Yeah.
Flexing insane draw Raska had.
The Altergeist is such a bad deck, unless you draw Spoofing, in which case it's the greatest deck of all time.
Yeah, spoofing. Imagine spoofing,
Yeah.
Altergeist spoofing.
Ooh, please do not speak that evil into the world.
Yeah, my apologies, chat.
It'd be banned.
It would be. There's no way. Marionetter can search multi-faker. Melusi can search multi-faker. Multi-faker can become multi-faker. Silkwoodus somehow becomes fake. Anyway. But yeah, no, this
All
is
right. So we have to contend with the... honestly, this is the same board we had to beat last turn. It's Protocol, and it's whatever you summon off of multi-faker. And it's Imperial Ironwall.
Yeah, now Burrito Man just doesn't have a hand anymore.
Oh, come on.
Oh, salt in the freaking water. Oh my god, dude.
I don't even think that's good. It's just funny.
I don't think Judgment was correct, but goddamn.
Oh wait,
I got it.
Wait, it wasn't Red Eyes. It was Rocket Synchron.
What?
We've been baited,
Oh,
chat.
no.
Wait, we've been baited. All right, let's see talents right now. We saw him discard a talents, so he could have a second talents.
Oh, that's why he's shotgun spoofing, to play around tactics. And yeah, that smart man on Raska's part. Smart.
All right, so we're going for Striker. I don't know what the plan is here exactly.
We know everything Raska has, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, we know everything Raska has, and it's more than enough. Sorry, I misspoke there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This... How do you come back from this point, Joseph?
Burrito Man and misclicking in top cuts. Name a more famous duo.
Iconic duo. Oh my god. No. Oh, I was rooting for guys, but this is just a sad way to end it. This feels bad, man.
This is sad. Honestly, the guys played extremely well all three games.
100%.
Burrito Man played well all three games with one very notable exception. And I don't know how pissed I can be about it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Burrito Man still did a great job, honestly. Like,
If it wasn't
man.
Ironwall, it could have been Lancia. If it wasn't Lancia, it could have been Nibiru, you know. There's really only
True.
so much you can play for.
Yeah, there's only so much you can get around, honestly.
Oh, and chat has figured it out. It's because Burrito Man plays on mobile. How the fuck do you play this on mobile?
I didn't even know you could do that. What the fuck? Oh my god. Dang. Man, it's just the nature of it. Feels bad. But you know what?
You know the worst part is that there's still time. Like, this isn't the end of the game yet, and we're just gonna have to sit here and watch guys choke the life out of Burrito Man over the course of 3 turns.
Is this what it feels like to be a Geist player? Is this really how you get your enjoyment, your sick thrills? Resolving imper multi-faker? Oh,
Chat
my
says, yes.
You know what? Fair enough, honestly. I mean, it's you could say the same thing about Dragon Link. You get sick thrills out of setting up a ton of negates.
Yes.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah.
Feather Duster or bust. Feather Duster or bust, baby. Feather Buster or Nust. Oh.
Bust the nut with dust.
At least you didn't set it. Sure. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Wait a minute. So we can bounce the wall. What's the grave looking like?
It's gotta be like tactics into 2 relevant cards, right?
Oh, they're bouncing Silquidius to proc the spoofing. Ash the spoofing. Fantastic draws out of Burrito, as per usual.
That's just still game, right?
Yeah, that is. You can't normal summon twice, unfortunately.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joseph. Activate my Banned Brilliant Fusion from my side deck.
Let's go ahead for the ultimate offering.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Now, I believe that is not only figuratively it. I think that's quite literally it. This is the last turn of the game. We can just attack for lethal here.
This is what, 28-31?
You are shitting me. We seriously don't have lethal? Can't you just make a Hextia? There we go.
Yeah, okay. There's a Hextia coming down.
31 and 16. Right. That's enough, baby.
Oh, just barely. Imagine Linkuriboh wasn't on board. We'd be here for another 2 turns.
Oh, God. Yeah. Thanks, Linkuriboh. I love you. And I love Imperial Ironwall.
Oh man, Ironwall carrying here, and you know what? I gotta be honest, Ironwall is gonna be crazy next game, or the finals as well, because Eldlich main. I mean, they either have the out or they don't get any floating off the Eldlich cards, if you think about it.
We shall see. Floodgates kind of generally suck ass against Eldlich because Eldlich has this hand effect, you know?
Oh yeah. Don't mind me, chat. I'm just balding by the second.
Woof. That was a killer. And now we have your finals. Anyway, it is me, Joseph Rothschild, aka MBT, and it is time for the finals of our April 2021 Chalislime Monthly. Folks, we've had a ton of fun here today. We've had 7 rounds of Swiss, 4 rounds of Top Cut, cutting all the way from 16 up top to the final 2. Boki Man. X1 in Swiss on Prankid Eldlich just took down the undefeated Shrug on an unbelievable build of Orcust Lich versus Raska playing Altergeist, repping that rogue tier deck all the way to finals, walking through a Dragon Link aficionado like it was nothing. And now they are going to play each other. 2 decks, but only one can be a victor. And I don't know if he's back, but I am joined by my co-commentator, Balde YGO. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm back. You know, I just had to like clean up the hair that fell off my bald head. There was there. I just had to go do something. But you know what? Balde YGO in the house with M Bald T. Joseph Bald's child, even though he clearly has hair on him right now. You know, here we are.
Here we are indeed. We're about to jump into finals. I've let them know that we're ready, and onus is on them from this point on. What was your favorite deck that we saw today?
Oh, I wanted to say Time Thief, but it didn't do as hot as I would have liked. So I'm gonna say the Orcust Eldlich deck. I thought that deck was really cool.
We are about to see the list that beat it right now. Check it out. Bokeman's Pranklich versus Raska's Altergeist. And, you know, in terms of Eldlich variants, I know a lot of people think that they're Resident Sleeper, and those people are tasteless morons. But at minimum, you can't deny that the Prankid version is interesting. It does things. It has linear plays. We were talking in the Eldlich game about the importance of what is a grindy strategy with inevitability, but no real win condition. The importance of their backup engine, and Prankid is one of the best there is.
Oh, 100%. We've been starting to see recently in like a few different tournaments that Prankids is starting to become a tier 1 threat. And what if you combine Prankids with one of the most grindy, if not the grindiest engine in the game, Eldlich? And here we are. We got 2 very competent engines just meshing together. There's not like a true synergy, you know, it's just both really good.
All right, so I have kept it under wraps until now.
Mm-hmm.
But Altergeist, for the first time in this top 16, is going to be playing against Eldlich, and I don't know how to tell you this. Altergeist has a bad Eldlich matchup. It's not great, and it's not aided by the fact that Prankids win the game off of 1 normal summon. So not only do you need to stop every single normal summon this deck is always going to do at the point of activation, because if they find the field spell or something, they can chain block you out of a protocol. You also need to keep up with the 1-a-turn destruction of Eldlich, which will be able to either Conquistador one of your cards or destroy one of your back row using Eldlich's hand effect every single turn. It is very hard for this deck to keep up. There are some outs that massively improve your win rate. We'll see if Raska is on them and knows them, but it is definitely an uphill battle.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Just the quality of the Eldlich cards are so phenomenal.
And you gotta do what you gotta do here. Torrential tributing on the normal summon of the Lampsies. And, you know, this is why Pranklich is just so painfully good. God dang, the Gamma for the Altergeist. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Gamma, card that is almost never good in this matchup. It's insane right now.
But that's the thing. If you let the Lampsies stay on field, it converts into an unbelievable swing. But if you try to destroy the Lampsies, the field is free for something like a Gamma to resolve. There's just no winning against a strategy this varied.
Wow. No, I definitely agree. It's just so hard for guys. Sure, they get a ton of value off a multi-faker, but one card is really good in Altergeist. Every card in Eldlich is insane.
Exactly.
And when you have a card like the Prankids, which trade with like 1-for-1 like no other card, and the Eldlich cards, we're gonna see manifestation actually, but even then,
That's okay.
I don't know how good it is here.
It's all right. So here's the deal. You can't negate the effect of the Altergeist on field, because if the set card is Protocol, you are massively punished. So you have to negate the one in hand with Gamma. But doing that means that if they have a set manifestation, they can resolve the effect later on that summons from deck. And they've done just that, which means now they're able to use Silquidius to bounce either the Eldlich or the Driver and get the loop going with the manifestation. Silquidius will go to the graveyard, the manifestation will return to hand, we'll activate Multifaker every turn. It's a big deal, for sure. We get in for 1,000, which is almost nothing. And then we can set as many cards as we like. If there's another spell trap in hand, however, we might be in for some rough times.
Definitely, yeah. No, this is
Let's see the Omega.
Really...
the biggest punish in the world would be Omega here. There's no way they're actually on it.
If they're on Omega, props to Boki. That would be nuts. So here's the moment of truth. Is Gamma going to do anything?
Okay, thank God. I was like, oh my God, no way. But okay, it's something. And more than something, we're pitching a chaos or a Thunder Dragon Fusion from the hand. This card just rots in our opener. An unbelievably fantastic pitch here. Thunder Dragon Fusion is a way in which this deck can really easily find a follow-up play. You banish it from the graveyard the turn after you send it to the graveyard with something like the Eldlich's hand effect, or, you know, one of the monsters that actually accomplishes something, and you add a Prank Kid's Fancies to hand. And then you can use Fancies to convert into the entire Prank Kid line, eventually culminating in an access code. So you have inevitability, of course, because you're playing Eldlich, but it comes much quicker than it would otherwise. Altergeist has to establish a board right now through 3 trap cards, or else they are going to be absolutely destroyed by Access Code Talker, and certainly a Pot of Extravagance is a way to get it started.
Yeah, I gotta say, if there's one way for Raska to stay in this, is being able to resolve 2 extravagances throughout the course of this duel.
Oh, that is rough. Nothing but the Multifaker in terms of Altergeist monsters. Let's see what we've got here.
I'm gonna make an assumption that the set card in the same column as Phoenix is an imperm.
Seems
because otherwise I feel like he'd set it in the middle. So we at least know imperm manifestation potentially.
So no reason to really blow our load on anything yet. We're going to go for a unicorn, start trying to snipe these pieces of back row, and this is just it. Like, on the way to Protocol, they can't activate it because the card in hand is Multifaker. They're just going to have to activate it and let it get tucked away, and then on resolution go for the Multifaker, and there's so many punishes to this.
Yeah. If that set card is a Solemn, for example, that's insane here.
And you don't even have to do it in hand. You can wait till it's on field, because now you've seen the Protocol. You know that you can negate the activation on field. Looks like they don't have it, however, which is great news for them.
Yeah, no, this is it isn't the worst case for Raska. That manifestation is still going to get some value here.
So next up is Lich. We're going to pop that Hakero. I wonder why you would do that. What's the set card that would prioritize itself over Hakero? We don't know it. It might be a second Hawk. Hawk just seems so crazy. A second Protocol. Wow, we're going to go for the negated effect here.
That was really strong.
Yeah, for sure. Go into the battle. We'll walk into the Silquidius. Silquidius will bounce the Protocol to put the Unicorn back in the extra, and then in main phase 2, I guess we'll try to do the Pranked line. Depends on how safe we feel doing it. We'll banish...
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I don't know if I was a fan of Raska bouncing there. I mean, we know there's a manifestation set, so being able to just manifestation back Silquidius, then bouncing the manifestation to bounce back the normal summon seems like a stronger route. But then again, Raska may just end up having a set Solemn.
So the way it is here is whatever the set card is, it has to trade for this line exactly, right? The manifestation isn't going to do anything because we've already activated the Silquidius over the course of the turn. So now we have to use our last remaining trap card to prevent them from getting to access code. And if we can't do that, I mean, tough luck.
Yeah, exactly. And
you just don't get a breath with this deck. My God.
yeah, they just keep applying pressure after more pressure. And I mean, comparatively to the Orcus build, all the prank kids are good to draw because all of them are just a bomb in of themselves. I guess the only card that isn't good to draw is Thunder Dragon Fusion if you don't get set up. But as we just saw a few moments ago, there are still ways to put Fusion in grave to use it the next turn.
So what we currently have to worry about is, oh God, Roxy's coming out here. We can cycle a card in our hand if need be as well. Just a question of if they want to resolve the effect of place or not. Conquistador, the last remaining card. Right? It's got to be Torrential at resolution. That Conquistador is coming down specifically to turn into... yeah, there's the manifestation. They're going for Meluseek here. Last card's got to be a Torrential that they'll activate at this point. That's pretty great if it is.
Yeah, even then, it's like the search off of Doodle Doo to get the place seems huge here.
It's enormous
because it just other prank kid for the next turn.
So the one thing about Eldlich prank kid is they don't run a ton of the prank kids. They run 2 of each and 1 of Roxy's, if I remember. So here's a Link Spider, last opportunity to Torrential before we are in a pretty bad position.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this for sure.
I mean, you just have to Torrential here if you have it, right?
Punishes Striker Solemn and nothing else. Oh, not even that.
Oh.
Yeah. And now you can't respond. We go after that set card first and foremost, and then we start chipping away at this board.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to see...
Ooh, going for the Silquidius first, actually. Going for it while there's no manifestation in the graveyard, of course.
Yeah.
It was Io. Wow. That's rough.
Wow. That is really rough. Against a deck predominantly made of monsters.
Oh, we had the Meister for the Meluseek too. That is so killer. Oh, wow. That's the end of the game for sure.
That's so good here. I agree.
He really had everything. So we could go for the effect of Scarlet Sanguine, set ourselves a Conquistador, move to end step. We'll get the Conquistador or the Hawkero, whichever one we didn't activate. I think Hawkero out of the graveyard. We'll go get another Sanguine. We've got to pop on our opponent's turn for whatever their normal summon is, and then we can eat whatever their back row looks like with the access code talker. We don't even have to commit to something that'll get us torrentialed. We can just walk in. Very rough.
This has got to be an incredible draw here.
Who plays Meister? Meister is actually pretty standard in Pranklich. Yeah. Pranklich is on a very specific hand trap suite, which I love.
Yeah, no. That's just the end of the game. Yeah. I mean, makes sense, honestly.
So this is
now going
this is it, yeah. We're going into game 2. What do? The game that you're supposed to win as Altergeist is game 1. You are on the back foot for 2 continuous games. You have really powerful trap cards like Imperial Iron Wall, but now they have to contend with like the hand effect of Eldlich and the Conquistadors, and can you reasonably expect to keep up with them? Up to you.
Yeah, already in Engine, Geist struggles against Lich, but along with not only the Prank Kid engine, but the sideboard, it's going to be super hard for Geist to come back here. But Xrav, like we've been saying, it's a great start.
They have drawn Xrav every game. It is glued to their hand. I will say,
True.
there are outs for very specific builds of this deck, especially against Pranked. Something like Mystic Mine would go a really far way if they go into Meow Meow and you flip like a the quick play
Metaverse.
spell, yeah, or a metaverse,
Oh.
demise of the land or metaverse. And then you can win the game by chipping in over the course of like 15 turns with a Meluseek that you keep tucking with a personal spoofing. But again, that is a far cry from a sure thing against the deck that's playing main deck Conquistador. Like, the problem is you have all these auto wins versus Dragon Link versus VW back when it was being played. But Eldlich is just so specific in its removal options that you really can't ensure that you have everything you need at any given time.
Yeah, 100%. So we're gonna see Roxy's come down, and
I swear to
does
God. Oh,
like
nope.
it's in every single hand, right? Oh, but there's an Ash Blossom. That's huge.
That's big, and the strike comes down. Okay, it is less big now. Strike plus spoofing must be nice, so we're going to go for the multi-faker now. No Fear Shakespeare of Gamma, and the Ash is already gone. It would have to be, what, exactly Effect Veiler, which seems pretty unlikely.
They can't even Effect Veiler because it has to be during the opponent's main phase.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, we're just going to see Faker come down. And this is really good here, denying the Pranked summon.
Yeah, that's sick, but that personal spoofing is looking really sweet as a target for Eldlich if we have one in hand already.
Ooh, but there is none? Oh, snap. This is big.
Set to pass, not ideal. And Eldlich, Pranked doesn't actually play a lot of trap cards outside of the Eldlich line. Most of its power is concentrated in the pranks or hand traps. You saw the Meister. They also sometimes play like Ghost Bells. And those are only okay sometimes. One of these set cards absolutely must be Cosmic, or the game is probably just over here.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the exact same draw they had last time. Extrav into Extrav.
What on earth is happening?
Raska knows something we don't.
Dang. Maybe Raska knows how to program EDO Pro. My goodness. Oh, man. Well, this is starting to look more and more rough for Boki by the second.
But again, this is what it looked like on Raska's turn to last game, you know?
True.
Looks impressive, but it struggles to keep up with like 5 cards that all deserve an answer, and you can get into fights over like Solemns. So it'll depend on a lot, and obviously Raska can't put out lethal this turn, so it'll depend on a lot over the course of the next couple of turns. Meluseek is a really good problem solver in terms of, you know, simplifying board states down, and we will see what it's used for here.
Yeah, I gotta say, Meluseek is such a good card. At first glance, it's like, oh, you have to go to the battle phase for this. But dang, is it a good card.
All right, we'll take 5. Damage step, we will activate the effect of Seek, targeting that one. What is it? Strike. Ha! Had the opportunity to chain it there, but obviously does not do what you want.
Yeah.
Strike's a good one, but not in this scenario. All right, we're going to spoofing away probably the Silquidius. Yeah, go grab ourselves a multi-faker. For Kunk. Oh, we already have the multi-faker by setting this Meluseek to the graveyard. Or we already straight up have the multi-faker. I guess we might as well get Kunk.
Yeah. No, this is looking favorable for Raska, but I do have to agree. I mean, we've seen games where Orcust Eldlich came back out of nowhere. We're seeing here Raska looks favored, but I mean, Boki still has 5 cards to mess with. We know one of the cards is Roxy's in this case. So we may see that come down at some point. But this is definitely... I'm intrigued to see how Boki takes it from here.
They're really thinking about it. Maybe they DC'd. That would be an
Yeah.
easy one.
Oh, that's also true, yeah.
All right, now. All right, so we have Prank Kids Roxy's. Can be met with a personal spoofing and a multi-faker. The multi-faker, of course, is going to grab a Silquidius. We'll try that same thing we tried last time again.
Yeah. We're going to see Faker come down, get Silquidius, bounce Roxy's. I mean, who knows? Maybe there is an actual set card in the back row, but sniping that strike was really strong in that case.
Yeah. Okay, this time we do have a Lich, so we're going to be able to hit the Silquidius here. I don't know. Like, that's fine, but not fantastic.
Yeah, that doesn't accomplish the most here. He did discard Conquistador at least, which isn't bad.
Called by the Send. Oh, God, that's painful. You really do want to keep that for something like a Meluseek, but you don't really have the opportunity.
Yeah, that was good here for Raska.
That's
knowing they just don't have to deal with it anymore.
That's so frustrating because there was no way to do that right because they shuffled back the Silquidius. The Silquidius wasn't on field to be hit by the Eldlich until the multi-faker resolved, at which point Raska just held Prio and used the effect of Silquidius so that even if they had the Eldlich, they would get in the bounce that they needed.
Mode. Now I
yeah,
take all your
that
life
was...
points.
I just don't see how... I don't know. Raska just was in a really good position this entire time.
Absolutely. Thanks for the raid, PPG. Right, so end step, we're going to go for the Conquistador here and going to be met with the spoofing. Putting back the Conquieri says, yeah, I don't actually need this anymore. Now that I scared you out of your battle phase, let's just get another multi-faker. Let's get a Marionetter. Let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, this looks about all she wrote. Even with the Conch Engrave, it's not going to accomplish much here.
Yeah. And do they have more?
The only benefit of the doubt for Boki is there are 12 extra deck cards banished.
Yeah.
And more likely than not, potentially all 3 Hextias could have been banished.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to get over stuff, or at least assemble a clock in a meaningful time. And you've got access to your side deck. Ideally, you'll have like a Harpy's Feather Duster in there. If you can buy a couple of turns to draw a Haymaker like that, maybe you're still in the game.
Yeah. But even if Raska still has a Hex... Like, if Raska still has a Hextia, then that's probably game. But, yeah, no, it doesn't seem like there's a Hextia for right now. So, even, like, somehow Boki's gonna maybe have a few turns to play.
Yeah, we're going to go to battle phase here. Then we're going to main phase 2, go for the Mario, tag out the Meluseek for the Silquidius. That's going to trigger the Meluseek and get us the Conquieri or the Multi-Faker, depending on which they want to add and which they want to spoofing into. We're going to Silquidius putting the Mario back to put the Eldlich back, so that after the Silquidius is spent, we can feel confident personnel spoofing that away. And then we just won't have any monsters on the field, but we'll have access to literally everything we could ever want.
Yeah.
Short of Harpy's Feather Duster, I don't think anything does this.
Yeah. There's got to be, like... I mean, I guess now that the board's clear, there's the potential of a Lightning Storm, unless
Like
that Scarlet comes down.
Evenly matched or something?
Yeah, but doesn't seem like it. Scarlet's gonna use its effect, grab Conch. Yeah, there's gotta be a Harpies coming down at some point to equalize this game state.
Alright, down comes Protocol in standby. Then we'll go for the
So
multi-faker as early as possible.
now, I guess they're trying to play around tactics.
That's cute. I guess that's the only way you lose the game from here.
Yeah.
Even that, I don't think is enough. It'd
I
have to be
don't know.
tactics into some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know if that was worthwhile though, because now Golden Lord can set. Oh, never
Nah,
mind.
that's it. Yeah. All right, and we are going to game 3. Now, this is the game if you're the Altergeist player you have to be very concerned about. Eldlich is going to have access to their entire sideboard. They know what you're playing. It's very easy to counter. They are also going first, which means you will have to contend with any floodgates they're playing. And while you have a tool to destroy floodgates, just like Eldlich does in Meluseek, it is way less good than Eldlich is. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle for Geist at this point for game 3, especially because like you said, now Prank Kids can resolve their full combo. You have to now deal with an established board rather than you establishing the board. So, I mean, Altergeist historically had the ability to go second, but it's definitely not as optimal as going first.
There is still, the possibility that you go infip into multi-faker, evenly into multi-faker, but we'll see.
True. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Eldland is a good start.
Yeah, definitely. This is gonna fetch whatever he may need at this point. But what we're really aiming for is a Prank Kid normal summon. Now, to be fair, Prank Kids trade exceptionally well 1-for-1.
Yep.
But for example, like this Dropsies is gonna come down. If it gets ashed, Raska has a free reign to essentially establish a board.
Or maybe it doesn't.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe there's just no ash.
And from this position, you can kind of chain block what you would like to resolve. You're going into Doodle Doo from here. You can either ensure that you're summoning another monster or ensure the Doodle Doo resolves. And either of those is crazy.
Yeah, no. I mean, Prank is just do so much off of one card. It really is an impressive engine.
All right, getting the place here means that once we get the third one, we can activate the place and then use place's effect to chain block the fourth.
Yeah,
so,
no.
Gonna also be a question of if they're playing Rip Roar and Roaster. That would literally win the game immediately.
Oh yeah, no, that's a card that most people opt to not play with, like the trap card and everything.
Right.
Just because the trap card can be a little weird in hand
It's
if
very
you can't
strange.
combo. But if there is the trap card, or even just establishing Weather Washer, that's gonna be crazy in this case.
Mm-hmm. So we're going for pranks here. Pranked Pranks is a sucky card. Lets you discard a Pranked card to summon a token. And then during the end phase, you can Diagusto Emerald, which is fine. But historically, it was used to get a second piece of material for the Pranked Link 2s. Now that they have a 1, it is less of an important consideration. But in a deck like Eldlich that cares very much about its ability to always keep a couple of cards ahead of the opponent, it's very important. Looks like we're going to end on Bow Wow Bark, and then just set a whole bunch of cards, draw a card off the top, hope that it's a hand trap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're still going. Shoot, we are still going.
Oh, snap. All right, so I guess we're going to just cycle a card here. Cycle a Lampsies makes sense. And yeah, no, I mean, just...
Wow.
Prank Kid thing.
Oh. Whoa, that's heads up. All right, keeping the Nibiru in against the Pranked deck. It is not super good, because obviously they may be drawn to the Eldlich half of their deck and it's dead. But here it is trading for the Bow Wow Bark, the monster, and the ability to extend. Prankid's pranks at the end step make sure that we will additionally be drawing a card, but that is a lot of interaction you just don't have to worry about anymore.
Yeah, no, it's Nib is very interesting against Prank Kids because obviously, I mean, it was really good there. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like it does enough.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very least for Baki, he's going to be able to get that draw off of the pranks, which is
It's
kind
a
of
strange one. Going to battle phase here, it's not like they haven't evenly matched. Otherwise, they would have summoned the token in attack position. So, just trying to clear the token before going for Mario. And Gamma comes down. Wow, it just feels like if you had not gone to the battle phase, this would not be a consideration.
Oh, I can't believe that just happened.
That's such a huge punish. My God.
Holy smokes. I feel so bad for Raska. That, like you said, that's a huge punish.
And you just gotta, like, obviously you gotta be kicking yourself for this, but, the mark of a great duelist is the ability to bounce back. So after something like that happens, you gotta be willing to be like, okay, obviously that was a screw up. We'll play through it.
Oh, 100%. The most important thing, or one of the most important things in a tournament, is to make sure you just don't get on tilt.
This is a weird one. Summoning Hakeru here telegraphs that we don't actually have access to Eldlich yet. Or if we do, we are not using it. We'll use the Eldland here to get the Eldlich, safe from Imperm, despite it being in the same column, because that Hakeru is a normal monster. We can use Eldlich's effect targeting that set card, which I think you can get the read on is an Imperm or some crazy-ass Floodgate. And then you can just pop off. It was a torrential effect.
Oh, wow. Lord is such a good card going second.
Pushed. It's so pushed going second. And you, from this position, it's your game to lose. But barring a second Nibiru, I mean, you feel pretty good, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and I just gotta imagine there is a second Nib. I mean, there's 3 cards in Raska's hand still that have not been used at all.
Could be like a multi-faker. It wouldn't be a Meluseek because you would have normaled the Meluseek before going to combat to eat like a back row. Yeah, it's a rough one for sure.
I gotta assume that was like, honestly, my assumption, it's Melu, Faker, Nib in hand. That's what I'm guessing.
I don't see the Melu. I think it's I guess it could be, and it's competing for the normal with Marionetter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go something just completely dead, like a 6th card Lancia or something.
I could see that, yeah. Just like a like any like dead hand trap. Huh. I mean, this is still I think this is like Boki's presenting lethal at this point.
This is lethal, yeah, if you go into
Lord access code.
Yeah. Kind of hard to do here because you have 2 normals and you don't play enough cards that get normals off the field. Like, you don't have the arrows to go meow meow into... Yeah, so you have to go... True. You have to go Unicorn into Link Spider into access code. It's still lethal, but it is crusty.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna see what you were saying. Link Spider into access code. And even... I gotta be honest, even if there is a second Nib, this still looks really good for Boki.
Yeah, you're actually pretty happy if you get nibbed here. You've got at least 2 back row floating into more.
Yeah. So we are going to see the pop here. And now it's just a matter of...
Made it to battle, yeah. That is going to be it, I believe.
I wouldn't be so sure, Mr. Joseph Rothschild. He's probably got a battle fader.
Could be Gores, yeah, could be Gores. Wow, and there it is. Oh, and Raska says, messed it up on the token summon. If in attack I had evenly matched. Yeah, that'll do it. And Raska loses. Boki Man is your April 2021 Chalislime monthly victor with Prankid Eldlich. Wow, that's something. What do you think?
Wow. It's not Madolce, but it's still pretty awesome. Props to you, Boki, for getting that W with the a pretty just flexing just what makes Eldlich so good. You know, you have your Eldlich core, just such a good grind game, but it really does come down to that second engine. And Prank Hits may potentially just be the best one out there right now.
Absolutely. Well, I will say this: if you liked what you see, please consider giving me a subscription or a follow, I guess, if you're watching this on a Twitch VOD. Please do check out Blade Yu-Gi-Oh's channel. They make excellent videos, despite the fact that you may have disagreed with their terrible commentary, just laughably bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I've been balding today more so than usual, so it's kind of affected my brain waves.
Don't worry, we can tell. Thank you so much to Rebecca for staying up to mod so much of this, to Luna and Coder for putting together the bot that we used. For Challenge, there were a lot of rats working on the back end of their software. I appreciate them not eating all the cheese before we were done. Thank you so much to the mod team that was working behind the scenes here. I'm talking about Mambo, RinPG333, etc. And thank you to you, the viewer, for watching all these games, sitting through almost 8 hours of a tournament. This went a lot smoother than any of the others. If you want to see any of these lists, the top 16 are going to be available by the time this VOD is up at www.ygoprodeck.com. Any closing thoughts, Blade?
You know, all I gotta say is forget the viewer. I'm the man of the hour. I am the Giga Chad, bold YGO. You guys are welcome for having such a legendary commentator on your casting crew. I'm just exceptional. What can I say?
That is correct. And before we head out, I would like to give you all one final piece of advice. Friends don't let friends play on mobile.